is at the end of the day where location, the fundamentals of the markets will return. So, location will be.
Aren't they here? Like, isn't everybody talking like the market's bananas right now? And we're in either a bull trap or a dead cat bounce, or we're back, baby. It's got to be one of those, no?
There's action out there. Let me tell you.
I think we're closer to a dead cat bounce than back to market. Like, there's no price discovery. Yeah, I'll give you a story situation. We have a MIC, and we help out folks, and we had a situation where clients bought last year 1.3 million East Gwillimbury, and the first lender, we're in second. The first lender goes out and does an assessment. They offered the guy a renewal, and they opted to do a CMA and another appraisal. Take a look and see what their LTV is. So they don't use the original appraiser who did the deal. They went somewhere else and they asked the realtor to appraise this thing. Now there's no listings, there's no sales, there's no price discovery. So they said, well, this place is only worth $1.05 million, right? Mm-hmm. We're not going to renew unless this guy gives us, 155 grand, whatever the number was. I'm like, guys, really? That guy's paying as agreed. You got 3 people on title, hardworking folks. Why would you not renew it? You've already issued the renewal, and now you're going to pull it back because your appraiser, who's fucking scared of his shadow, is going to tell you it's only worth $1.05 million. So anyways, long and the short of it, they forced the guy to sell. So he lists it, and he gets $1.23 million.
Of course.
Right. So here's a lender that's, gun shy and forces a paying borrower who's willing to tap in 30, 40 grand, showing his commitment to this home. They forced them to sell. And they were off the mark 170 grand, 80 grand.
Like the exact amount that it was supposed to be is what it sold for. Right.
Right. So when you start seeing stuff like that happen in the marketplace that has no bearing on the outside forces, right? This is internal decisions. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. And I'm sure that's not the only one. So
how do you avoid that, though? I mean, the people that it's their money. Like, they want it back. They're afraid. They see what's going on. And like, listen, if you go and you talk to some pretty smart people, they're saying, hey, like, hold on to cash right now. Now's a pretty good time to have a whole pile of cash if you're smart, right?
It is, but I think it's one thing, I'm a big boy. I understand credit. You lend out money, you're charging a premium for default. Like there's a danger premium in there for getting involved in this transaction. That's where I think a lot of these private lenders have no clue what.
This is the problem. The private lenders, it's where is the money coming from that's being lent out? Because if you're dealing with like a family office that's got like billions of dollars and they don't give a shit, right? It's one thing. But when you have 1 million phone calls a day going, get me my money back, like my line of credit's going crazy, like you got to give me my money back. I'm losing money every month here.
Well, this is a larger operation, right? They're out west, and I don't want to disclose who they are because, I'm not very fond of the situation. But the reality is they force somebody out of their home that I think they prematurely forced the guy to do it. Like, listen, I don't agree with it. I respect their position, but the reality is when you have that type of stuff happening, and people haven't even defaulted yet.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't even defaulted.
Where are we
going? Consumer doesn't
Jesus.
understand that. They don't understand that the different terms between the A lenders and the private, and at the end of their term, they might get a notice that says, I don't care how well you've paid these payments. We want our money back. And
and the concern is, when you have a situation like this, and talking to the clients, it was tough, right? Because they're like, well, Vince, can you find me something else? And I'm dealing with their broker, and their broker's trying to figure out what we could do. And I'm like, well, if this is what the appraisers are telling you it's worth, who's going to lend you money? And if they do, it's going to be higher and more expensive than you think.